All right. You gotta be hungry. You want breakfast? Were you on mission that day?
I saw you before you left.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I saw last time I saw you.
That, holy crap. As far as I'm concerned, I think they probably are worse off mentally than I am because they had to watch it. You took the hit, you're alive, everybody else is alive, everybody else is going back home. Great, my mission is accomplished. Sergeant Jeff Berkowitz, 31 Bravo Military Police from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. The struggle for me, I think, is a lot different than it is for the other guys because there's not one thing about the day that I would change. I think it was probably the key thing that allowed me to transition the way I have is because I was the one that got hit. We rolled out to our mission, parked our trucks. We had been there 100 times before. We knew exactly what we needed to do. We knew everyone dismounted. And the second the interpreter got out, I went, well, this we're gonna need ground security. So I hopped out of the truck, I started walking towards the front of the formation. Again, I was the third truck in line. And I was gonna pull them forward a little further, put my hand up in the air. And the second I put my hand up in the air, that was when the blast went off. Then I got asked later what's going on up there because nobody had quite realized what was happening yet. And I said, I think we got hit by an IED, and because I felt it come up from beneath me. And when I came to, I didn't look at my hand at first. If you ever been hammering something, you hit your finger with a hammer. It was kind of the sensation that I felt. And actually, I remember the sensation coming from my feet a lot more. I called for the medics, and they set up a little CCP to throw me inside and start patching me back up. To me, they really felt like scratches. They didn't feel like much to me. The medic and my team leader at the time definitely thought differently, and I didn't need to look down at anything to know. I could see by the look on their face, like, oh God, this is bad. My bicep had gotten blown open, and right where he put the tourniquet was just in the worst possible spot. I'm like, this stinks. Get the damn thing off me. I mean, it just felt like my whole arm wanted to explode from the tourniquet down, and there was already a hole in my hand, so I shouldn't have been feeling that. I woke up from the surgery, and the first thought that entered my head was, I lost my arm. I could feel my arm, but in my head I'm saying to myself, I lost my arm, because I know about phantom pain. I know that you can think it's there and it's not. But then I looked over at it and I went, holy shit, it's there. It softens the blow so much more mentally because I was the one that got hit. I don't have to live with the, why couldn't I have been the one on the ground? Why was it this person? I don't have to why myself. It just, okay, it happened. All right, now let's figure out how to get around it. I have never been stressed out around him. Never. As bad of a day as I may have, as fussy as he may get, I've never had a stressful moment with him. There's something about being around him that calms me down. Being able to get custody of him, it was a kind of a shock and kind of not at the same time. And when it all came down to the end, she didn't show up to court. I think any 7-month-old might have a great bond with their parents, but I do feel like there's a very special bond there between us, especially since his mother isn't around. I am his only parent. And I think he realizes that the VA, the people that they hire at the VA, they need to know what they're dealing with. They don't. Don't tell me the reason I can't sleep at night is because my body isn't ready to go to bed. I don't sleep well at night because when I close my eyes, I see things blowing up. Talk to me on that level. Physical wounds have the ability to heal. Okay, but just like I said, when I close my eyes at night and I see things blowing up, you can't always turn that off. I am not envious of those guys. I would not have wanted to be in their seat whatsoever. 100 times out of 100, I would of taking the exact position I was in. And if it meant making sure that they were whole and I didn't have to watch them suffer, I would take that position every single time and not change one thing about it.